Hey everybody, it's Eric here with Spartan Autoworx. Today we're going to be talking about GM low speed LAN or serial data issues that kind of present themselves as bad body control modules. So it seems like things go seasonally or in trends right now. It seems like we're having a lot of misdiagnosis, and especially from a couple shops. We just did 04 Silverado 3500 the other day that was misdiagnosed by a good diesel shop. I had another local customer that had another shop misdiagnose a bad ECM and BCM, or try to sell it as a set. That was an airbag module, and I've had a few customers, probably 10, probably in the last 30 days, that have all misdiagnosed BCM issues as type where they all misdiagnosed their BCM, which really wasn't an airbag issue. So this is actually out of a 03 through 07 Classic GM truck or SUV airbag module. This was actually sent to us by a customer that wanted us to repair it. We don't repair these things. And this customer put this module in, it only lasted a year. And it just happens to be a hard part number to find. And wherever he got this from came to him obviously close to like this. Probably got a little worse because he's probably got a water problem issue. And this is what it turned out to look like. Now this problem is going to be in a lot of states that see snow usually. But what happens is the water from the carpet wicks up onto the insulation, wicks up into the module, or gets surrounded by the module and basically corrodes the module out. Now, what happens when the module gets corroded like this is it basically starts shorting out the serial data line. And with a scope, you could see that, but you'd still have to locate which module it is and start unplugging stuff by going to the slice pack to unplug stuff. But when you're doing your diagnostic check for typical symptoms that you see from a body control module, 99% of the time, with just some basics, you can pretty much, just on symptoms alone, you can kind of conclude that. Most people don't have access to scan tools, even though it's highly recommended that you get access to a scan tool where you can actually read every module in the vehicle, check for communication codes. Because I did an Impala one day that had, I believe, a no start issue, and a couple shops looked at it, could never get it to start, put a new ECM in it, it would program and communicate, but would never start. Doing a little further diagnosis, to find out the airbag module was shorted just on some of the symptoms because the speedometer was jumping while I was just in park with the key on, and some other things. Concluded that when you start unplugging modules, unplug the airbag module first, car fired right up. So when you're looking at particular issues that are going on, especially if you're in a state with a lot of snow, this is where most of the time you're going to see issues like this. It is very imperative that you want to check the airbag module for corrosion. There is a TSB for 07 and newer trucks to actually cut back the insulation on the carpet to actually, prevent this issue. So you cut back the insulation, but the carpet still stays there, so that way the insulation can't soak the module. This is one of the worst ones I've seen. I actually had one not too long ago, and this one's kind of doing it. It was actually pushing out the rubber from the back. But this is, like I said, a 03 through 07 Classic. The 07 newer are going to be a longer module with a big plug or a longer plug that goes over here. But same thing happens. So when you're diagnosing your issue, you're not going to be able to, without a scan tool or a scope, say 100%. But most codes will point to a good direction of BCM or not BCM. So it's always encouraged to get codes, not just symptoms alone. But especially when you're doing this, if you can just do a visual inspection of the module and make sure there's no corrosion, or check the connector for the pins and make sure there's no corrosion in there, definitely one thing to check before you do anything and spend your money. This is, for some reason, right now, the hot trending thing, and everybody's misdiagnosing this. So just want to make a quick little video, say make this part of your diagnosis. Just check it for corrosion, check the connector. You're not going to be 100%. Like I said, a scope is going to be the best way so you can kind of see where the data line goes when stuff gets unplugged. But definitely want to check this and make sure you don't have any corrosion for 03 through basically 2009. The airbag module is definitely something you want to put as part of your diagnostic check. The only other thing you can do too, if you can have access to wiring diagrams, is go to the slice pack connector on the dash, and you can start jumping stuff out and then kind of eliminate it from there versus having to unplug stuff. We're going to make another video about that soon, give it a little more in depth on that. But to start, check it, make sure it's not corroded and looking like this. If it is, unplug it, see if all your problems go away. If you have any problems or questions, please feel free to comment, and we'll do our best to answer. Thanks. Have a great day.